There are three ways to select the robot so that you can move it. Double-click the robot in the 3D view, double-click the name of the robot in the property tree, or right-click on the name of the robot and select Jog Robot from the submenu. RapidPlan Create displays the Jog Robot dialog along with the selected robot's jog widgets. If there are multiple robots in the work cell, each robot will have its own tab in the dialog. You can move the robot's joints using the joint jog sliders, or you can select a specific joint and move it by dragging your mouse. For finer control, you can enter specific rotation degrees for the joints. We'll examine the Jog Robot dialog in more detail in a moment, but for now let's take a look at these robot widgets, which many users find to be an easy and efficient way to move the robot. Click on the white ball located at the tool center point and drag it. The robot will look for and snap to targets, frames, or objects it can reach in the work cell. This is generally the fastest way to move a TCP to a desired location. Click on the X, Y, or Z axis arrows and drag. The robot will translate along the selected axis only, moving in discrete steps, the length of which is defined in the jog dialog. Select an X, Y, or Z square to move the robot along the selected plane only. Change the roll, pitch, or yaw of the tool center point by selecting an X, Y, or Z axis arc and dragging your mouse. The position stays the same, but the rotation changes, again by increments defined in the Jog Robot dialog. Enter in these fields the size of each translation step and the degree of each rotation step. In model mode, you can create a frame using the current position and orientation of the TCP. In roadmap mode, instead of a frame, you can create a target. The tool center point's location coordinates and roll, pitch, and yaw information will be in relation to the origin, which is the only valid option at present. The TCP field specifies the tool center point currently in use. When moving a robot, the TCP's white ball can snap to a keyframe, an edge, or face of an object, or both, depending upon the selection here. These non-editable fields display the current position and rotation of the selected TCP. RapidPlan Create generates and continuously updates inverse kinematic solutions for achieving robot poses using possible joint angles. You can click on the arrows to step through each of the solutions. There are two modes for dragging the robot called Screen Y and Natural. These options are available in the Project Settings dialog. Screen Y, the default setting, means the robot moves in relation to the screen's y-axis. Regardless of the orientation of the 3D view, when you drag the mouse up, the joint moves in a positive direction. Drag the mouse down to jog the joint in the negative direction. In natural mode, you move your mouse not up and down, but in the direction you want the joint to move. So for example, click on a robot joint, then move your mouse in a circle around the joint axis to rotate the joint.